Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, geeks, nerds, fanboys, and girls around the globe. This is the Vigilant Geek Podcast. We are covering Marvel Comics today, Marvel Cinematic Universe, and particularly Doctor Strange, which just came out last week.
This last Friday, and we went and we saw it.
Awesome.
And now we're going to ruin it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, just over the past few years, it's been really cool to see some of Marvel's fringier characters up on the silver screen. I mean, you had Ant-Man, and the Wasp was introduced, sort of, in an Easter egg. And, you have Black Panther, who showed up in Civil War, and our new Spider-Man as well.
Those should be, I think those are like, they're planning filming, they're starting filming, and they already have. Because we're getting some more comic book films.
Oh yeah, no, they're already filming Spider-Man: Homecoming. That's like a given, and Black Panther is in production, I believe, with Chadwick Boseman, who plays an amazing Black Panther. He's phenomenal. Civil War, I can't say enough about how phenomenal that movie was. And it was really cool to see Spider-Man show up in the Marvel Cinematic Universe finally. It's a big deal. It's a real big deal.
I remember the initial trailer when they teased him, and it looked cheesy as all hell, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
And they made his eyes move, like all CGI. They fixed it so they don't do that again, but oh my...
Yeah.
It was sometimes they just do things in trailers to like make the fan base irate and like spread the word that there's a trailer.
Exactly.
And I like how Tony Stark tracked him down. He tracked down Peter Parker and he started talking to him.
Right. I thought that was great. A great way to bring in Peter Parker. Yeah, that was.
And what's the kid's name that plays the guy that plays Peter Parker in Avengers?
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Like very very great Spider-Man, like that in it, that wit. That juvenile wit that he has too. He's starstruck, but he's like, oh my God, how you doing, man? And it was a pleasure to meet you. Whoa, he thinks he's that typical smart ass that Spider-Man usually is.
Right.
Spider-Man was the original wise ass before Deadpool just kind of stole it from him.
Yeah, because
he's just way more vulgar.
Yeah, Deadpool takes it up a few, 100 notches, but for a PG-rated comic book series, Peter Parker, definitely the original wise ass, smart ass, but smart aleck, but also could back it up with the scientific knowledge. Teenage high school student, but and I think that's what we're gonna see in Spider-Man: Homecoming. It's bringing it back to Peter Parker's roots, and I can't wait for that one. But in addition to some of these fringier characters that Marvel has been introducing in their movies, you also have the Netflix branch of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it is confirmed that all those characters and all those series are linked to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It hasn't been really done yet in any way, shape, or form, but... you got, obviously, Daredevil. You have The Punisher. You got Jessica Jones. You got Elektra. You have Luke Cage. I wanted to say Power Man, but Luke Cage, which just came out.
And then Iron Man's finished filming, and I believe it's coming out within the next couple
Or
of months.
Iron Fist.
Iron Fist? Yeah.
Yeah, Iron Fist. And that's another series. So you have... all these new characters, and it's been announced that there's going to be 68 Marvel characters in the Infinity War movies, the two-part movies for the next Avengers installment. So, you can't really be too surprised to see, your Luke Cage and Daredevil and Jessica Jones and what have you show up for that battle. I got to imagine.
What if they did something terrible? What if they treated it like they treat the side books and just like, hey, this season's all about the fallout of you dealing with the Infinity Gauntlet War?
Yeah, it could be like that. It
Like
could
some
be,
street level stuff where it's just mass panic.
Yeah, it could definitely be like that too.
That kind of would be a Defenders level event,
Yeah,
serious crowd control.
It may be the Defenders series could be just that in general. A lot of interesting things to think about in regards to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But a very, very important new installment to the Marvel Cinematic Universe that we all just saw today is Doctor Strange.
Yes, we did.
And let's dive into that a little bit and talk about our thoughts on the film.
So, I guess I'll go first. Doctor Strange. So it was the introduction of the magical and mystical aspect of the Marvel universe, and they're all interconnected now. No, they did a nice job doing that in the end. I thought the movie was okay. They didn't really focus a lot on anything going on in the past. As far as that kind of character development, everything was about who they were currently and how they were developing. And in the comics, Doctor Strange is the Sorcerer Supreme, which means he's like the top sorcerer on Earth. But like here, he's not so much. He's kind of going through training, and he's not like the enormous badass that he kind of is in the books.
Right.
So what they're doing is they're leaving it open for a lot of character development and growth as far as powers and everything goes. They've done a nice job of going ahead and teasing future roles for him as part of these other films that are coming up. You never know when he might have a cameo. If you know anything about the comics, Doctor Strange makes cameos in almost everything all the time.
Oh, yeah.
He's like the best supporting actor of the Marvel Comics universe.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of big events, too, like the last Secret Wars they did. He played a big part in that.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, no, Doctor Strange is a very important part, very important puzzle piece to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We will certainly be seeing him in Infinity War, I guarantee that.
And then I think the visuals were probably the best in anything since I've seen Inception. They had all the crazy CG animated stuff with the buildings folding in on each other and constantly morphing.
I was even thinking that. I was like, this is like Inception-esque, what they're doing, like just morphing universes together.
Oh yeah, it was so cool to watch, though. And
it's good for anyone that hasn't really they don't know who Doctor Strange is. Yeah, if you read this resource material, it's a totally different being, but it's a nice introduction to see how he becomes the way he is, and like he's like a total egomaniac.
Yeah, people
doctor,
people love origin stories.
Yeah,
yeah, and when you introduce a new character, I mean, sometimes you can do that in a team movie like Civil War, with like Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther. You're able to sort of squeeze him in and fit him in nicely into the plot. But typically, you introduce a new character into the cinematic universe, you got to do their origin story first to give John and Jane Q viewer that doesn't read every Marvel comic a taste of what the character's all about. I thought the Batch did such a great job. I love me some Batch. Benedict Cumberbatch, unbelievable Doctor Strange.
Yeah, great casting for him. He shined in this movie.
Oh God, he was one of the roles he was born to play. I mean, I loved Sherlock too, so I'm a little partial, but oh my God, what a great Doctor Strange.
Very charismatic in this movie.
Oh, wicked charismatic, yeah.
Yeah, he did. I like how they introduced some of the characters Clearly, Mordo is going to end up probably being his like primary villain for most of everything, because he already kind of did that thing with Dormammu.
Yeah, he defeated Dormammu, at least for now.
Like, hey, what are you doing?
The way I love how the way he did it, because you're not gonna. Dormammu's essentially like a god.
Yeah.
So like the way he defeated him is he with the seeing eye of Agamotto, and towards the end of the movie they're like, hey, by the way, it's an Infinity Stone. It's just like, whoa, what? they got it in there super sneaky on you, but he uses it to cast like this time spell so that every time he dies, it goes back to a certain point. And he keeps being killed by this all-powerful being, and the all-powerful being realizes that he's stuck in this infinite loop.
Let me out of it. Let me out of it. Let's bargain. every time he comes to bargain, eventually he's like, I got all day.
Right.
Because he's just kept getting, stakes through his body, blown up, obliterated, disintegrated, that kind of shit.
That was just such a cool scene.
Funny as shit, though. He's like, all right.
That's his style, though, because he was always kind of having like difficulty making the hand signals and the seals, and I was having serious issues in the beginning, and then he got sort of really good at the basics, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh hey, you're a master now, and then he got lucky a couple times, and then the cloak saved his ass.
Yeah, I love the cloak.
That was a pretty good thing. I didn't know his cloak was sentient.
I didn't know that either. I don't know if that's something from the source material or not. Unfortunately, Doctor Strange was a comic book title that bloomed in the 60s and 70s, and then it was sort of here and there, through the 80s and 90s. It wasn't so easy to keep track of a Doctor Strange continuity. I never really got into reading it. It was sort of like Thor. I never got into reading Thor, really. The mystical, fantastical stuff, that was the stuff that, for some reason, it didn't grab me as much. That's just me. I know, Holden, you enjoy that kind of stuff.
Yeah, actually, Jason Aaron's run on Thor right now has been consistent for the past 5 years, I guess.
Yeah.
Because he started off with this story arc where future Thor, present Thor, and past Thor end up meeting up with each other to go ahead and try to fight this this evil. And this evil had this weapon that could kill gods. And after that, it went on to another storyline with Roxxon, and then eventually there was this stuff where Jane Foster?
Yep.
Became Thor. Sometimes I get the Janes mixed up.
Yeah.
And then now, but then that doesn't mean that the Odin son was gone. He was still a character and he was still around. He just used his axe.
Right.
And I guess he's back now. Or he's going to be coming back because they changed the name of the book again. See, it's funny because it's been like a consistent run, but at the same time, it's changed the name of the book has changed its name and gone back to number 1 at least like 5 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I mean, the way he's written it, it's been one complete story, one complete run under his pen. It's been pretty good. Yeah,
I've heard good things. So, but
he's also writing Doctor Strange right now.
Right, and I had been reading that consistently, and it was very good. Those interdimensional, what were they? They cybernetic beings of some sort were trying to steal magic.
They're trying
to kill all magic.
They're trying to wipe it out from all of reality.
Yeah.
And then let's see. There's a story arc that started up a couple months ago called Last Days of Magic. And that took on that particular subject, and then I'm just so backed up on my books that I just haven't been able. I have the complete arc, and it's just waiting there for me.
Yeah,
to get around to it.
Well, so we both sort of read to the same point with Doctor Strange, and we haven't caught up yet completely, but yeah, some pretty cool stuff with Jason Aaron writing the book. Yeah, absolutely. Getting back to the film. Now, we mentioned that the Eye of Agamotto is, in fact, an Infinity Stone. Let's do a recap, if we can, offhand here, and see where all these Infinity Stones are, and where Thanos would theoretically have to go to get these Infinity Stones in his possession for the Infinity War.
Okay, well, there's the power gem, which is locked up in the Nova Core.
Yeah.
From Guardians.
Right. From
Yeah.
Guardians.
He got
Then
the purple one, too.
Right, right.
The ether, which is the reality gem.
Right.
That
from,
one's locked
from Thor. From Thor,
Dark World.
Dark World, yeah.
And that's locked in the collector's collection.
Right. They brought it there.
Then there's the Tesseract, which I forget which one it was. But that's
Maybe the Space Gem?
maybe, and that's in Asgard.
That's in Asgard, yes. Because you can't be putting too many Infinity Stones together because they're easier to obtain that way. You want to be able to protect them but keep them apart so they're hard to find.
Right.
You know,
This is
You
more of an
keep
Easter
them
egg
keep them
hunt.
away from Thanos. You don't want Thanos to obtain any of these gems.
Yeah, and then he's just gonna slowly manipulate and crumple up anybody who gets in his way. It's gonna be great.
Exactly. Now, which stone is the one that is implanted in Vision's head?
I want to say it's the Soul Gem,
That's the Soul Gem. That's right.
or is it the no? The Mind Gem isn't a thing,
Yes, it is.
is it?
Yeah, the Mind Gem's a thing. Maybe that's what it is, the Mind Gem. That would make sense.
Well, we were already. How many have we gone over? There's the. Let's see. Well, all right. So Seeing Eye Agamotto is clearly the Time Gem.
That's the Time Gem. Yep, definitely.
So there's 1, Tesseract 2, Ether 3, Power Gem 4, and then the one in Vision's head.
So that's 5 out of 6. 5 out of 6 gems. So there's still one Infinity Gem, Infinity Stone, that has not been released yet in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. If I had to predict, this is just a prediction, an educated guess, I would say the final Infinity Stone is going to pop up in Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
See, I'd say the same thing, but I've seen tweets from the director saying that there won't be one. But I don't know. Maybe he's just blowing smoke up everyone's ass to make him leave him alone about trying to find out stuff before it comes out.
Maybe. It would make sense. Or maybe Thor Ragnarok. But it'll be one of those movies, I'd say.
Something soon.
Yeah.
Something
yeah.
soon, or maybe we won't even see the 6th one until they kick off the Infinity War.
That's true. We might not even see it till then.
I mean,
Yeah.
and who's to say that there isn't one in Thanos' possession already?
There could be.
It
That
would-
sneaky Thanos.
I mean, that's what he had to do when he originally got him in the books. Is he had to go ahead and trick his way to get an Infinity Stone before he could go ahead and trick the what was it? It wasn't Beyonders.
The Elders.
The Elders.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many weird extra cosmic factions as far as cosmic beings are concerned.
In the Marvel U,
In
yeah.
the Marvel U.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for general, it'd be ridiculous.
Yeah.
And they showed you a lot of that. I want to see it, and only I want to see the movie. Only I want to see it in 3D again.
Yeah.
Because with the cinematics, with the different views and the CG, with the folding buildings and the trippy
Yeah,
So
extra dimensional stuff.
trippy.
Yeah. That's why I like the effect of it. I was like, wow. Imagine if it was in 3D, you'd be like spinning around, tripping.
Oh, Dormammu's head, dude.
Oh, that went
Oh,
for
yeah.
you're like,
Now,
oh.
apparently, the movie was so trippy that people were leaving at the end of the movie, going to get really high and coming back and seeing it again. Just, because of how trippy it was. And it was cool to look at. Very cool visuals, very cool CGI. Absolutely.
Yeah. No, it's not the. I overheard a couple guys. They walked in and like, yeah, man, let's go get some acid. And I'm like, oh.
I also heard a couple guys talking about food. I guess their high kicked in. Yo, man, I'm gonna get some freaking popcorn and some butter, like extra butter. For salt on that bitch.
Yeah,
I was dying.
Yeah.
It was an entertaining movie, though, not just because of the movie, because of the atmosphere.
Well, actually, the peanut. Well, usually when people talk during movies, it drives me insane. But like everything everyone was saying was outrageous and hilarious.
Yeah.
So it was just like Mystery Science Theater 3000, Doctor Strange.
Yeah, we sat next to some interesting individuals. They reeked of beer. And they were farting and talking throughout the whole thing. But they were saying hilarious stuff, which we won't get into because it is, really inappropriate. But when you have the theater to yourself, sometimes you can get away with things like that. So, getting back to the story.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. So it was, really steady throughout. It doesn't really get hung up on too much of Doctor Strange's present day stuff when he's still so he was good and he's this renowned surgeon, and then they teased that he had the option of helping fix Rhodey,
right.
get his legs back, and he's like it's not hard enough. 50 other people could do that. Yeah, Doctor Strange is pretty douchey.
Yeah, well, he was until he was humbled by the Ancient One.
I thought it was the moment that he crashed his Lambo.
Yeah.
He was pretty miserable after that too.
Yeah. He gets into a car accident because he's not paying attention, because he's looking at, some X-ray, that came in on his computer in his car, and he gets in a really bad car accident, and he gets really bad nerve damage, and he can't use his hands anymore. He's a surgeon, so
full of pins and screws.
what are you gonna do? So he hears about this guy who had paralysis, I believe.
Yes.
And he was cured. And he goes to Kathmandu. Nepal? Oh, was it Nepal?
No, Kathmandu is in Nepal. And then
right.
And then he went to that. Oh, geez, there was the name of that house, that crazy house there.
Yeah, I forget the name, but it's the temple where he learns to not only heal himself, but wield the power of the mystic arts. So, from there you meet characters like Wong, who's a real dick. Yeah. And the thing about Wong is, he's supposed to be, Stephen Strange's bitch.
Well, he was his head butler, really, and
he's like Alfred for Doctor Strange, yeah.
Yeah, and he does. Well, I mean, he's still I remember in the comics I saw this one time when Stephen Strange there's this certain give and take when you cast magic, and how it slowly kills you, and there's a huge physical cost to being able to do this sort of stuff,
right?
And instead, Wong had a secret monastery up in the Himalayas, where all these monks were channeling, so that they would be the ones taking on the horrible effects every time Steven had to cast, a catastrophic spell to save the world.
Yeah.
What I like about this, that Doctor Strange is always trying to make him laugh.
Yeah.
He's like, you don't find anything funny, do you?
He finally did in the end.
Yeah, and he's just looking at him like, are you really there? He's like, that's funny.
Yeah, then Mordo becomes unhinged.
Oh.
Yeah, Mordo was an ally for most of the movie. He taught Doctor Strange to fight and things like that. Hand-to-hand combat, stick fighting, or whatnot.
You can tell they become really good friends in the movie. Also he's playing tricks on him. He's doing the portal thing, grabbing books behind his back, because he said in the movie, he's like, I always know when the book's not here.
Oh, Wong?
Yeah. And then he gets counseled. Because you're not supposed to be doing that, right?
Yeah, no, he's testing. They're testing each other out. But yeah, towards the end, Mordo makes a heel turn. Oh, that's a spoiler alert for sure for those that haven't seen the Easter egg.
We'll put it in the link.
Yeah, we'll obviously put a spoiler alert in the link. Yeah.
Yeah, but he goes ahead and he finds that guy who was paralyzed before, and he takes his magic from him, and then the guy's paralyzed again. And then, yeah, that's pretty brutal. And then the Easter egg before that was Doctor Strange like having a nice meeting with Thor in the Sanctum.
Yeah.
He kept on refilling his beer.
He's like, I don't drink tea. It's like, well, what do you drink? Other things. And all of a sudden, he ends up with this huge mug of beer, and every time he swigs it, he kills it, and then he looks back at it, and it fills back up.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Dude, that'd be a great power to have. That you never run out of food or liquor. Ever. That's what I use it for. I'm like, look, if food goes bad, you never have food go bad.
Yeah.
Just reverse that shit.
You got a good point there.
That'd be a good thing. The time to work with time. That'd be a good power to have.
But see, the thing about Doctor Strange is he does so much interdimensional traveling and, spending so much time in the astral plane that he gets so sick that he can only eat certain things,
And
like worms and weird stuff.
like interdimensional cuttlefish.
Yeah. So
Stank.
he's not going to be able to enjoy a nice, tall, cool Budweiser, unfortunately.
No.
What's out of this piddle?
Although, some of the stuff we're talking about has happened in the books.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they don't go incredibly in depth to his powers and capabilities. I imagine that, I don't know, depending on how many Doctor Strange flicks they make, that they're gonna probably really try to explore that with something.
I really think they should. They should take up, some of the more recent stuff too, and incorporate some of it into the next movie, the next installment.
Yeah, show all the cool shit that he can actually do right now. Let them see that.
Yeah.
And then Doctor Strange. I think he's gonna have a cameo in the Thor flick.
No, I think he's gonna have a big part in it. It sounds like he's like, "Let me help you,"
Good. I'll allow me to help you. Like he's just really wants to get rid of Loki.
Do you think they're gonna have another Avengers?
Of course they are. Of course they are. Yeah, the next one's what? Well, let's see. Well, they're calling it Infinity War, but I don't know if they decided to go ahead and change the name.
Oh.
No, it's Infinity War.
Still?
As far as I know.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's the working name.
I remember the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, that's a great story arc. That's
Yeah.
that's sort of what it's loosely based off of.
I saw they're gonna go off that.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
It'll be very loosely based off of it, but it's basically like all of the Earth's mightiest heroes, every Marvel character you could think of up against Thanos, who's this
He's
the Mad Titan.
You call him the Mad Titan. He's from the Saturn's largest moon, Titan.
Oh, okay.
And and he's obsessed with death. Obsessed with it. He's also a genius, but he's also like huge. He's like what, 8 to 12 feet tall. He's big.
Yeah.
So he's like smarter than everybody, like strong enough to hold his own against anybody.
Definitely.
Like
Oh,
I don't think he'd get into straight up fisticuffs with the Hulk, but he's smart enough to like avoid that. Plus, he's got crazy powerful lieutenants like Proxima Midnight and Corvus Glaive.
Oh yeah.
So and those two especially, they give everybody, every single one of them, they're bad enough, they're crazy enough to be like a villain on their own, but they're just lieutenants to Thanos because that's how bad he is.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So it's shaping up to be, a really awesome 2-part movie event based off of, or loosely based off of, Infinity Gauntlet and the Infinity Books.
I just like the way Marvel tells stories in movies.
They got a formula. They definitely follow it.
I like the way they do it. Like I'm always been a DC guy. DC has a way of telling stories.
Oh yeah,
But in the movies, Marvel has always been like there, but DC's there again. They're like, I think they're right on the same level.
Well, they're doing
Oh yeah.
Well, Marvel's doing something that's never been done before with the type of continuity that they have within their own films.
And I love the Netflix stuff too.
The Netflix stuff's really good
It
too.
gets you hooked.
Oh yeah.
DC is following a different recipe for how they're doing it, and I haven't quite put my finger on what exactly that is yet.
Yeah, they're not afraid to go really dark, but like how Marvel goes, dark with the Netflix stuff.
Mm-hmm.
DC's has never been afraid to go there. So I think that's definitely something that's differentiates between the two, the big two labels for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, on the other hand, because since Marvel went ahead and had success first, like everyone's wanting DC to do the same thing with their characters, but it would never work with the DC characters.
No.
Yeah, DC's always just been different. Their characters are more godlike, like Marvel. A lot of their characters, could be more
Demigods, really.
Yeah, or just, characters that could be in our universe that we live in.
Oh, yeah, no, because Marvel is more based on reality.
DC, you have fake cities like Gotham and Metropolis and what have you.
So which one's Staten Island, which one's Brooklyn? Because that's pretty much based off DC. Metropolis is like New York.
Yeah, they're based off of real cities, but they're supposed to be fake cities.
Yeah.
So, DC's it's just a little different. And they're gonna have different movies because of that, and they're gonna have a different structure for their movies. And I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be real good. I loved the Justice League trailer. I loved it. I thought it was so cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of crazy how quick they started filming that.
Oh yeah.
It was like right after Dawn of Justice. You started seeing some of this stuff come out.
And Wonder Woman's coming out soon.
That's going to be real good.
Yeah.
Is that going to be this year?
I think it's going to be. I know
17.
it's 2017.
It's early 17 though.
In the holiday season, they always put out a lot of flicks. You got the Harry Potter flick coming out. You got, let's see,
Maybe is it December? No, because it's 2017.
And if there's that one, and then the movie we just saw with Doctor Strange, there's a lot of holiday movies.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Star Wars movie.
The Rogue One.
Yeah, we saw a new trailer today before.
That was pretty badass.
And it was good.
Oh, and the trailer too, Guardians Volume 2.
Guardians Volume 2. When is that coming out?
Summer of 2017.
That's gonna be such a baller movie. I'm gonna be all over that like a blanket.
Like when you heard the ooga shaka laka laka ooga shaka.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, here it is. I get to see the trailer now.
No, Guardians and Star-Lord, that's my jam. They kind of like irritated me in the comics because they added all these unnecessary characters, like
the characters they didn't need.
Venom and the Thing, and they needed a place to put the Thing after the Fantastic Four broke up. It's just like, just
Kitty
leave
Pryde.
the Guardians alone. The Guardians are the new outlet for all the cosmic entities in the Marvel Universe. The Fantastic Four was the old outlet for it, but since the movie sucked, they're just pretending they don't exist. Basically, you got Johnny Storm on what? He's on the Inhumans.
He's in Uncanny. He's in both the Uncanny team books. He's in
Right,
Uncanny Avengers and he's in
yeah.
Uncanny.
So they're throwing him all over the place, and then they stuck the Thing in Guardians. It's like, okay.
This is the way that sounded, dude.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
sucked the Thing in the Guardians.
Yeah.
They did, and it irritated me. But the movies, like I love the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and I love the 5-piece set they have: Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax, Rocket, and Groot.
That's all you need.
That's all you need. They're awesome.
It's a really solid group.
Yeah, so the movies, I can't wait for the next installment. It's going to be great. It's going to be phenomenal.
That's a part
It's gonna be interesting. They're gonna have Kurt Russell.
Oh yeah, playing Star Wars.
He's going to play
Dad.
Snake
Pliskin.
No, from Metal- from
Snake
Metal Gear.
Plissken.
Escape from the galaxy.
Escape from the Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'm the Duke of the Milky Way. A#1.
And here's your mom. Who was he married to?
Goldie Hawn.
Oh, yeah, Goldie Hawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Goldie Hawn was your mother.
How nice.
Yeah, so
So we should go over what was it? What was everyone's favorite part of the movie, and what do you think they could have done better?
Well, I liked how you get to see him be a surgeon. I never really saw him do that. I didn't know he was like I knew he was a doctor, but I know he was like this like big time neurosurgeon. He always put his people always saying that he put his work first, or he was just that good. I like how he showed his cockiness, but then he had to be humbled. And that's usually the premises that a lot of these Marvel storylines go.
yeah, it's like you got to break the person down so they can be built back up into the hero
Yeah.
that everyone knows. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they did that real heavily in the early Iron Man flicks.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Especially in Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 was such a Tony Stark story. It really was. It was all about Tony. It was not about the suit. Because he didn't have the suit for a good portion of the movie.
Most of it. And then
Yeah.
even when he did have the suit, it was like he couldn't trust it.
Yeah.
What was the Iron Patriot suit, the War Machine suit?
Yeah, and they call it the Iron Patriot, and Tony thought that the name was dumb. And I mean, I'm cool with it, but it's like, you know.
Well, originally the Iron Patriot was Norman Osborn. He got his his hands on
in the what was it, Dark Avengers?
That was Dark Avengers. That was back during Dark Reign. It was like right after this event called Invasion, where the Skrulls showed up and they can shapeshift, so they looked like half the freaking the
Marvel U.
So it looked like heroes fighting heroes, and you didn't know who's who.
You didn't know who was who. That was a really awesome story arc. That's one I highly recommend you go out and buy to own if you want to have a Marvel collection on your bookshelf. Secret Invasion, Infinity Gauntlet, Secret Wars, the original one, as well as the new one. Infinity, which came out a few years ago, Avengers vs. X-Men, and Age of Ultron. Those are all my Marvel picks, and Civil War. You want to own Civil War too. So if you're looking to own some serious Marvel crossovers, those are my picks right there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the ones from the 80s are the most, like, the ones that everybody remembers, because that's the first time they ever tried doing these crossover events.
Yeah.
On that, it was a good hit for something that was supposed to be. It was nice, simple, fun, integrated everybody nicely. Wasn't too long. It wasn't too short. Went ahead, and then you saw how it was kicking off some things back then. Back then, they were getting things ready to give The Thing his own solo book, which was a huge. It was wildly successful because kids just loved The Thing back then.
Right.
Hey, this should be a game disclaimer. Every time you hear the word "thing," do a shot.
Yeah.
Like by the time the end of this,
We
you're doing,
should.
like 6 shots.
We should. No, it would get people hammered because we've been talking about The Thing quite a bit. There's another one. Take a shot.
Oh, man.
We're obsessed with things.
Ben Grimm's gonna kill your liver.
Yeah.
It's clobbering time.
Hey, wasn't he the chief?
Clobberin' Time Whiskey. This show's been brought to you by Clobberin' Time Whiskey. It's gonna really clobber that liver. Clobberin' Time Whiskey.
And brought to you by The Shield, which is now on Hulu. Because that's the dude that played him.
Yeah, and I thought that obviously he did a much better job than the recent Thing played by some kid I don't know.
Well, he's on Gotham now.
Oh,
He plays the commissioner.
does he really? Oh, you're talking about what's his face?
Yeah.
The guy from The Shield. I forget his name.
He's
Been in a lot of stuff.
He was in Fantastic
Michael
Four.
Chiklis?
Yeah,
Michael
Michael
Chiklis.
Yeah.
Michael Chiklis. Yeah. That's who we were thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great actor, and I thought he played an amazing Ben Grimm. I thought the first two Fantastic Four movies were decent. Like,
yeah, they were.
Like, they should have just built off of that and made a third installment of that.
Because he played an awesome thing. Another shot. Because he was just because fucking Chris was playing the smart ass, the Human Torch.
Yeah.
And then you have Michael Chiklis playing the thing. He says, he's trying to do autographs with his big old hands. He's wearing a varsity jacket. He looks like a varsity jock.
Well, yeah, he basically, that's what he was, that type of personality anyway.
Hey, mind if I bring my old high school buddy, my girlfriend, and her kid brother into space? Sure thing, Reed. Go ahead. Nothing bad can ever happen in space.
Yeah, we'll call ourselves the Shield.
Man, that really is super irresponsible. Who made that call?
Yeah.
Who made that call? And how could Stan Lee even think of such a thing?
Oh, because
we're going on a family cosmic picnic. Sure, guys, go ahead. Space.
Well, he made Samuel L. Jackson the chaperone, so things were going to be all right.
I guess there's like I don't know. There's like 2 Nick Furies out there now.
Yeah.
It was because one of them took over for the Watch. Well, I guess we're talking comics.
Oh, for comics, yeah. In the cinematic universe, Sam Jackson's Nick Fury.
Sam Jackson. Sam Jackson's going to become immortal because he's just playing like he's involved.
He weasels his way into
He's involved in every major
goddamn franchise.
Is Yondu coming back?
Who?
Yondu.
Oh, Yondu's coming back for the sequel. Yep.
Oh, they're doing it for the prequel Rogue One, right? Because we have to see Darth Vader, which I can't wait to see either.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's some good trailers.
Yeah. It was worth the price of admission.
Yeah. Well,
the movie in the whole, it was worth the, like, sometimes you ever watch trailers and like, hey, the trailers were better than the movie? What the fuck?
Oh, yeah, no, I've been upset walking out of many movies
you get those trailers, right, that show you the whole fucking movie. Like, what's the point of go seeing it now?
Yeah.
Like, really?
No, they did a good job of enticing the consumer, with the trailer, but not really giving away a whole lot. So I was very pleasantly surprised with all the trippy visuals, and even the plot was really good. It was a great origin story. I'm not positive as to how close it portrayed the source material because I hadn't read much Doctor Strange.
That's why Marvel fringe properties are a license for Marvel to print money. People aren't directly familiar with the source material, and the fan base is really there's not many people are going to go ahead and fact check and go read books because the movie's coming out. Some will, a lot won't. So that means they can do whatever. They take creative liberties with every other properry to go ahead and
I'm
together.
a fact checker. Don't get me wrong. For things like Iron Man and book comic titles I was really into, especially for Marvel. Like I would read the story arc they're doing, before they do it, or Age of Ultron. Like I read the story arc and studied the story arc before I went and saw the movie, and it's quite different. They made a lot of changes. But the thing is the Marvel Cinematic Universe is sort of like its own animal. It's sort of like an Earth 2, the comic book universe is sort of like an Earth 1, if you will.
Yeah.
In a way. So I am okay with the changes usually. Like the change in the Marvel universe that pissed me off the most was how they portrayed the Mandarin in Iron Man 3. And because he was just an actor and he was a coward.
Yeah.
And he wasn't, it was all propaganda.
And the real villain was AIM, which if it's going to be AIM, then do AIM.
But make the Mandarin at least badass in some way, shape, or form. Like he is like a Marvel villain. Like he didn't even get a pop vinyl, I don't think.
No way. Was that? No, there's no way it was before pop vinyls.
No, yeah, he didn't get a pop vinyl. I doubt it. Maybe he did.
That's how you know you've made it, by the way.
Yeah, it's if you get a pop vinyl. But
because we'll buy it.
Yeah,
we are. Well, I got to come out of collecting retirement to get all the Stranger Things ones.
Oh yeah, the Stranger Things ones and Cowboy Bebop for me.
Those get released in January.
Are they?
I want all the
2017
Cowboy
release.
Bebop pop vinyls, the Jet Black and Faye Valentine and all those ones.
You can actually pre-order those on Amazon. And once they're released, they'll send it to you.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that.
See, yeah, that's like that takes the joy out of it though. Like part of the joy of getting pop vinyls is like leaving the house and then
Coming
seeing
back with
what's
it.
available.
Yeah.
Because it's all about finding something that's rare. It's not about like, hey, I want this now.
Yeah,
Well, I
it's
don't know.
kind of about the
Well,
hunt.
I
for me,
like going
too.
to. I like going to. If I, you know me, man.
That's me. That's
You-
just me.
Yeah, like Holden's been into an FYE with me or a Newberry Comics where they're selling, pop vinyls. I'm like, oh, I'm falling behind in collecting. So guess what? I'll drop like $200 or $300 at a store. Like,
Right.
I don't have this
right.
one. This one's cool. Oh, it's an exclusive. Got to get that one. Oh,
It's a
this.
slippery slope.
Yeah.
I mean,
Pop vinyl.
and it's fine as long as you have money and room, but when you run out of either of those two things, it makes things much more difficult.
Yeah, that's when you become a hoarder.
And by the way, if you want to see some of the pop vinyls that Holden and I and Vinny and everyone else has been collecting, feel free to check out our collector series on YouTube. We'll be posting more videos soon in regards to new pop vinyl purchases, among other things like comic book signatures and what have you. But just a small plug there. Anyways, getting back on task, I would say my favorite part of the movie was definitely when Doctor Strange traveled to the dark dimension and you saw all the trippy stuff and Dormammu's face, and when he kept playing the trick on Dormammu, where he's like, I'm here to bargain with you, and then Dormammu kills him. Like, I'm here to bargain with you. Dormammu kills him again. Like 50 times later, I'm here to bargain with you.
What the hell's going on?
Yeah, he's like, what's going on? It's like,
I got you in a loop.
Doctor Strange is just like, I can do this forever. Like, I have the power of time now. I can control time. We can get stuck in this moment forever. And finally, Dormammu loses it. Yeah, it was awesome. Like he beat him with his mind and his magic.
His stubbornness. Well, the thing
Yeah.
is even if you're an all-powerful godlike being like Dormammu, like if someone has trapped you in a time loop and every time you kill them, they go ahead and they show up right back to the same moment right where you started.
Well,
Yeah.
basically what it is the power of repetition. Because how many times you ever asked your parents to go out and you say it on and on and on and on and on, then they finally say, "Get the hell out of here." So that's what it is. I'm like, "Can I go outside? No. Can I go outside?
Like,
No.
are
Can
we
I go
there
outside?
yet? We there yet? We there yet?
Mom, mommy, ma, and then you like you do all that shit.
Yeah,
and I used to do
yeah.
that shit, irritate the shit out of my mother. I actually irritate my girlfriend now, so I passed on the torch. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Well, that's sort of the same premise. That's the same idea as what Stephen Strange
It would
had.
drive you nuts.
Yeah.
It would drive you nuts.
Yeah, and
As
pretty
much of a god he was, he was like, he's a smart ass too. That's why I
Yeah.
like Benedict Cumberbatch. This is the best. I liked any role he's been in, but this is like he was made for this.
Oh my God, the Batch, man! I love me some Batch. He is just the greatest Doctor Strange.
Hashtag batch.
No one will ever play it better than him. I don't think there'll ever be any more Doctor Strange movies after the Batch is done. I could be wrong, but
I don't know.
I'm betting I'm not.
That'd be an interesting thing to see what they do. Just go ahead and reboot everything, or try and recast roles.
Or imagine
Yeah.
the scenes they have with himself and Tony Stark interacting with each other. It's two like intelligent beings going back and forth.
You just
Oh yeah.
they just shoot a bunch of. All right, get in costume. We're gonna just make a bunch of 10-minute YouTube videos.
Hell yeah, do it. I'll subscribe.
That's what I really want to see. I just want to see them banter about normal stuff. My name's Thor, and I drink lots of beer. Oh, this is awesome! Tony
So-
Stark's using the remote. He knows everything about that remote.
Going back to Thor, what we do know is Odin is missing.
And so
We don't know
is
why.
And Loki is on Earth somewhere.
Loki is loose on Earth, and they're looking for Odin, and Doctor Strange offers his assistance to help.
So what did Odin get? Lost because he's just wandering around somewhere.
I don't think the All-Father would get lost.
Well, we don't know where Odin is or what he's doing. I mean,
He's like the equivalent of Zeus. He's
Oh,
just
okay.
gonna just get lost.
No, I thought he'd have like a memory lapse somewhere and like just wander.
I don't know.
They let him out. You let Dad out again? Or just wander around the universe?
Basically.
When gods get old, they just get more fierce. Like
They get more senile and they forget where they're going.
He's probably in Naples, Italy, drinking wine.
So, the thing that you need to remember that comes out of that interaction between those characters is that Doctor Strange is definitely going to be in Thor Ragnarok coming up. Actually, I don't know when that's coming out. Next year, which we also know the Hulk's going to be in Thor Ragnarok as well. And Doctor Strange really doesn't want Loki on Earth. So he's providing his assistance to hurry up and find Odin to get Loki the heck off Earth. Because it's Loki, and you never know what he's going to do next. And I don't blame him. He's smart, you know. He doesn't want Loki. He knows Loki's powerful.
Well, Loki's out of detention again. He's up to his mischief ways.
Oh yeah.
Until the Hulk grabs him and slams him around a few times, like the last time he met him.
Yeah. So that's
going to be a great exchange between Loki and Loki and Doctor Strange,
Oh,
because
hell
it's
yeah.
really Hiddleston and Cumberbatch.
Hiddleston and
Hiddleston's going to be
Cumberbatch.
like, "You should have never came to this world. You're going to get typecasted like me. I've been trying to get away from these movies, and you came here? What's wrong with you?"
You lost your mind, man.
yeah.
They just completely break kayfabe character in the middle of the movie and just start talking about like movie contracts and like why they don't want to be in it, but like they're still in costume.
I've been trying to get out of these movies for years.
And now I'll be on a panel at 3 p.m. at the Round Comic Con. I don't know if it's Round Comic Con, but you know he's going to be there, Loki. Meet Loki, everybody.
There'll be a couple Lokis there, but
Yeah.
it'll be mostly Harley Quinns
Oh, my God.
Deadpools.
and Deadpools.
And Jokers.
Well,
No, there's usually a lot of Jokers.
yeah, there's a decent amount of jokes.
There was a Jared Leto Joker last year.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow, before the movie even
Ain't even a
dropped.
Kylo Ren.
Well, cosplays aside,
Who's going to be Doctor Strange this year?
Doctor Strange would be a great cosplay, actually, and probably not that hard to pull off.
Yeah, just buy a vampire cape.
Yeah, and do the facial hair the right way, and
wave at people.
put a little white in the side of your hair, and you're good to go.
And wave at people.
Yeah.
What are you doing? I'm putting you into a vortex. Where? It's behind you.
So, final thoughts on Doctor Strange and the Marvel Cinematic Universe as a whole.
I thought it was good. I think it was important to kind of open up another aspect, another avenue of stuff. Like they've done science and fantasy, but now they're doing straight up magic.
And they got, crime noir going on with the Netflix series and stuff. They get a little bit of everything. Marvel's just got so much to offer. Yeah, it's really cool.
Vinny?
Oh, I liked it. I even I think if you took anyone to watch this movie, it covers pretty much everything. It covers action. It carries drama, some comedy relief. There's a little love story in there, kinda. I like it as a whole. I was very impressed with the movie. I give it 2 thumbs up.
Very nice.
Excellent. Yeah, I thought obviously perfect casting in the batch. He played the perfect Doctor Strange. Great origin story, excellent CGI, trippy visuals all around. A great movie if you're in that cosmic kind of mood. Great movie if you're not in that cosmic kind of mood as well. So, this is it's been a really fun podcast, guys.
Oh yeah, it turned out to be a good bro day.
We know where the Infinity Stones are, and we'll see, as the Marvel Cinematic Universe progresses, where they end up. Hopefully, not in the hands of Thanos.
It's gonna.
Then they're gonna have to go get it from Thanos.
Yeah, cool stuff. So, for those of you that are interested in articles and video clips and things like that, visit our blog. It's thevigilantgeek.blogspot.com. Also, while you're on our YouTube page, The Vigilant Geek, please like our videos and subscribe. And feel free to leave comments as you wish. We love feedback. My name is Andrew Puzak of Vigilant Geek Media. And with me, as always, my comic book partner in crime,
Holden Orme, Vigilant Geek Media.
And also, we have Vin Scorpion.
That's right, Vince Scorpion. Oh, just one thing I want to add too, as as you all know, when sometimes we're all together at the Vigilant Geek Podcast, we talk about wrestling. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna provide. You can there's just a little bit of rules. For those that don't have W2K17 with the code for Goldberg, we'll be giving it away. At the end of the week, subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment. What do you have to do? Put your name, put your Twitter name down, so you can follow us on Twitter. That's part of the giveaway, so we can DM you the winner at the end of the week. So the next podcast will announce the winner.
So, for those of you out there that are interested in winning a free copy of WWE 2K17, please like our page and subscribe.
It's for PS4 only right now. That'll be the one, and then after I'll do another one for Xbox One.
All right, so this is for all you PS4 guys out there and ladies. So while you're on the Vigilant Geek on YouTube, please subscribe and like this video and like other videos, but especially this one. And you'll be entered to win WWE 2K17 for PS4. How about that?
And you get the code for Goldberg.
And the free code for Goldberg. Oh, that's pretty cool stuff. Thank you very much, Vin, for reminding everyone about that giveaway. Very cool stuff there. I suppose the last thing to remind everyone else is to stay vigilant.